Another sunny day in Valencia, and moving on to stage 3 of 5. It's the 70th Volta a la Comunidad Valenciana, and today they go west from the capital of the region for the longest stage of the week, out to Lleida. Well, this was the scene just on the west of the city of Valencia, the region of Car de Poblet. Heading out and into the finish line, across the finish line after around 60-70 kilometres for another long lap out to Lleida. Lleida, almost a ghost village during the week, swells in population with Valencians who have holiday homes in the countryside at weekends. A third category climb to finish off, 6 third category climbs along the way, and the longest stage of the week at 195 kilometres. Well, we're looking at the back of the breakaway here. There's Diego Lopez, and Diego Lopez in the orange for Euskadi is with Raúl Alarcón, who's in the breakaway for a second successive day, as is the king of the mountains, Diego Rubio, who's in that polka dot jersey for Burgos BH. There's a Uruguayan riding for Caja Rural, that's Mauricio Moreira. Also up there in the break, 10 riders, I remind you, have had a maximum gap of 6.5, 7 minutes. Vladislav Kulikov of Gazprom Rasvelo. Barcelo and Bart are there for Euskadi Basque Country, the only team who have 2 representatives. The former Belgian champion, Preben van Ecke, is in the yellow, blue and white of Sport Vlaanderen. Awet Ander Mexel, the Eritrean-born Swedish rider from Israel Cycling Academy, accompanied by the French amateur champion last year, Julien Duval, now turned professional with AG Desert La Mondiale. This is what's happening behind. Astana and Ugo Ul working hard for Ionis Aguirre, you would expect. The yellow jersey nice and close to the front of things for Dimension Data. Almost seems strange for the team to be riding at the front with a leader's jersey on Dimension Data. Of course, we've seen them do it trying to take sprint wins from Cavendish and stuff in the past, but different style of riding today for them.
Yeah, very much. But I think they're experienced enough to do the right thing, and I think they have done the right thing today, just allowing, you were going through the time gap as it went up, and it took a while for the right breakaway to go away. 10 riders is a big ask. I think at the team meeting they would want maybe no more than 6, but you can't control everything. A lot of riders want to get in this breakaway. The best placed is, of course, the Diego Rubio of Burgos at 1 minute and 2 seconds, leading the King of the Mountains, but he is going for that, using a bit of energy to make sure he gets to the top of the climbs first.
Talking of all things beautiful, La Mataparda, and attack towards the Mataparda from the King of the Mountains.
It's a little bit of a surprise, but so far, for looking at the results, Preben van Hecke has been interested in gaining some points. But this man, normally when you've got a kind of unassailable lead, it's more important to stay together, but he's not taking anything for granted and wants maximum points.
And there are bigger climbs with more points on offer tomorrow, so trying to get as many in the bag today if he can't make it 3 days out of 3 in the break.
Exactly, and going early in this climb just to make sure maximum points here. He doesn't want to fight it out with Preben van Hecke, probably a faster finisher in this type of across the top of the climb. It's more of a sprint than anything else, so he's trying to just gain those maximum points.
He's also the best placed rider in the overall general classification in this breakaway at 1 minute and 2 seconds. He has the maximum points for the third category climb at the Mataparda there. Second place should go to Preben van Ecke, who's chasing him. He's also the second best placed rider as Preben van Ecke at 1 minute and 15 seconds in the overall. So at the minute, he's the king of the mountains, and he's the virtual race leader. Not a bad position to be in with 57 k's to go. Now, last look from the air we had there as they went towards the town of Tuejad was one that was very long, very strung out. The peloton is travelling at some pace here, and the gap's down to 4 minutes 13 seconds.
Yeah, Astana have put some more riders towards the front. They had one rider, Hugo Hooley, and now Magnus Cort has come up. The orange jersey is there. You've already mentioned Fraley's got that. So they've taken control.
King of the Mountains is gone. It looks as if he's got mechanical, I think he has. Oh, awful timing. Awful timing for Diego Rubio. A new bike, and it's going to be a big task just to get through the cars to the front and then challenge again as pressure at the front of the peloton comes from Diego Lopez.
Yeah, you have to push out early here. If you've got the legs, you have to push out, and we're talking about it just before. If you've got the legs, push out, see who's going to come with you, and we'll see this group of 10 disintegrate. Just the wrong timing for Rubio, but I still think that they'll all come back together.
And what power in the climbs to throw to the front of the group to pull them along. The Eritrean national champion riding for Astana.
Well, this is the second day in a row that Astana have taken it on. They never got the rewards yesterday for all their hard effort, but second day in a row with the two former teammates at the front now. Now back as teammates Omar Fraley sitting in second place in the orange, riding for Astana, and the Eritrean champion Kudus at the front. But Astana have come up in numbers.
Maximum points over the top of the climb for Preben von Hecker, and 32 seconds the gap to the peloton. Little bit of descent before they sharply rise again. One more classified climb left in the day. And I fear it's all going to be in vain, because CCC team are starting to take over here. Only one man remains in the breakaway. 10 men out there have done a great job so far. But the adventure is about to end, around 7 kilometers from the line. Ben Hermans of Israel Cycling Academy. And this is a name that is a little bit more difficult to control. And of course, it's his former teammates, many of them chasing him on. Formerly a BMC racing rider. BMC Racing has now become CCC team. So Hermans, Puccio.
But you can see DeMarcus not contributing here. It's all for Greg Van Avermaet. Another big reaction behind here from the front of the peloton. And this is from Bahrain Merida.
Well, Bahrain Merida with Dylan Turns, maybe the man to have a go. There's the likes of Pernsteiner who can climb in their team as well.
Here comes Valverde and Dan Martin.
Dan Martin with a red helmet on, Valverde in the rainbow jersey. Edvald Boasson-Hagen is following well, though, at the moment in the yellow jersey. Astana, who did all that work earlier on, have lost Omar Fraile for the moment, but they still have Jonas Aguirre up there.
The thing that was interesting there, to actually see the Valverde shut this one down. He realised too many riders were going off the front there, so he just chipped across there and brought it all back together.
There is the race leader in the yellow jersey, followed by Greg Van Avermaet in the orange. The rainbow jersey of Alejandro Valverde as well. This is anybody's stage on day 3. Valverde waiting, ready to pounce, as it's almost 5 hours in the saddle. A long, long way, the longest stage of the week. 195 kilometres on the third stage of this Vuelta a la Comunidad Valenciana. Fraile moves up on the right-hand side. Who is going to take it as we go into Cheddar?
Yeah, they're all queuing up now. When we consider Greg Van Avermaet, Valverde, Boasson-Hagen, Trentin, Colbrelli, a lot of good sprinters. Just seen the kilometre to go, Kite there. So we'll be inside the last kilometre. Jack Haig doing a very good job, but how much has he got left in the tank? How long can he keep this going? Because he's got, as Mohoric now is taken over, so Mohoric and Jack Haig combining well.
Sonny Colbrelli must be feeling well. It's 900 metres from the line, with the Slovenian champion Matej Mohoric working hard for Bahrain Merida. Behind Mitchelton Scott, winners 24 hours ago. But look at the yellow jersey and Edvald Boasson-Hagen. A brilliant defence from the Norwegian today, who won on day 1 and was in the top 10 again yesterday. Mohoric now peels off. It's still Haig at the front. Behind him, working really hard, is Trentin. Greg Van Avermaet looking for success #1 of 2019 as well. All eyes on the rainbow jersey for the Spaniards, though, as we're 500 metres from the line. On the right-hand side, moving up. On the left, as we look at it now, is Luis Leon Sanchez. Luis Leon Sanchez takes it up for Astana, but on the right-hand side, look for the yellow jersey as well. Gets the turn right. Remember, it's quite technical as they come towards the line. The finish on a bit of a corner as well. Luis Leon Sanchez still has the right position, but Greg Van Avermaet on the right-hand side in the orange goes. Behind him, Matteo Trentin's going to have a go. There's a few gaps up to riders behind. The yellow jersey's still up there and he's trying to keep it. But Greg Van Avermaet's going for the line. Van Avermaet, mouth of gas going, and he's going to get it. Greg Van Avermaet, the Olympic champion, with win #1 of the season. And the CCC team have started life in wonderful fashion. Problems behind in the meantime for one of the riders from FC Porto. It's Joaquim Silva who's gone down in all the fun there. But Greg Van Avermaet went from a while out. Trentin on his wheel. What strength from the Belgium there.